And this is 33 Media Studio Productions here with Bodie Marks, driver of the 33M Limited Sportsman. So Bodie, we're on the Sunday afternoon of the car show. Is this the first time you've had a car here at the car show for the Fonda show?
No, so this is going to be my fourth time in here.
Oh, nice. What else had you brought up to the car show before?
I brought my junior slingshot in 2022, and then I brought two of the juniors in 2023, and then a stage one in All-Star.
Very nice. And this is your first full-time year in the big car, right?
Yep.
So how did last season go for you when you got, as far as what you're running and how you got in the big car and how that went? And
So,
tell us about that.
Ronnie gave us a ride at the end of July,
Yep.
and we got into the car at the end of August at Malta, and we ran pretty good. We got a top 15, and then the next race we got a top 5.
Yep.
And then we ran in the SCSS Sportsman. We transferred right into the A-Main, finished 20th something in there. And then we went to Fulton. I went quick time there, got 3rd. And then we went to Accord for my 5th and final race of the year.
Yep.
And we won that.
So as needless to say, you were took to it like a fish to water, to borrow the phrase. So, well, that's good. So I got to say, the car looks beautiful this year. That's really cool. I like how you guys matched up with Ronnie's scheme going on there. So what are your guys' plans this year, like where you're going to run, and we'll start with that. So what are you guys going to be doing this year for racing?
So we'll be running at Malta, Albany Saratoga Speedway, in Glenridge to Friday and Sundays.
Okay, so we're going to be at Malta weekly, and we're going to be at Glenridge weekly.
Yep.
Are you going to do any traveling? Do you know, or your dad? You and your dad haven't figured that out yet?
Well, we haven't figured that out yet, but towards the end of the year, we like to travel for stuff.
Yeah.
And just try some short track Super Series races sometime.
Nice. Oh, that'll be fun. So, is there anything? And I asked. I did a spot yesterday with Chayton. I asked him the same thing. So, you had some races in the big car, and you were running the stage one on at Hamlin, right? Track championship, right, last year? So, aside from getting a full season in the big car and learning, is there anything specific that you wanted to take over from last year that you really wanted to work on this year?
I wanted to take, how I was so choppy at the wheel last year and kind of get a lot more smooth, because I was definitely scrubbing speed off it and probably running slick tracks better.
Well, I think everyone's always trying to figure out how to run slick tracks better. Well, that's cool. So we're working on our driving, and we're just working on reading the track and figuring that out. Very cool. Well, so thank you for taking the time with us. Now, who do you got to thank? We got to do the sponsor shout out for the end here.
I got to thank all my sponsors. I got to thank my crew, Dad, Chuck, Papa, and of course Ronnie for giving me this ride.
Very nice, and we're going to pan out. We're going to look, because Ronnie's car is right over there, and they have the same. You can't see them. They have the same paint, the same wrap setup and everything. So, well, Bodie, thank you very much for your time today, and good luck this season.
Thank you.